This movie is about the attribute selector. Now we can use the attribute selector to select specific HTML tags that have a specific attribute. Now there are a number of different ways that we can work with the attribute selector, so let's go ahead and let's get started here in our sandbox. Now the first thing I want to do with the sandbox is I actually want to go ahead and comment out all of the styles we have built so far. I'm just doing this so that we can have a clean slate as far as our styles are concerned, so we don't have to get too crazy with what we do. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and if I take a look, it's removed all of that style information. Okay, so now that we have more or less that clean slate, I create some more space here. We're going to look at the first way that we can use our attribute selector. Now the first way is just checking for the presence of an attribute on a specific type of tag. So I'm going to go ahead and say we're going to look at the A tags, and we're going to select all of those with the name attribute and color those orange. So I'll go ahead and save that and jump over and I'll refresh, and it targets just those items that have that specific attribute. So if I take a look at the HTML document, we will see that we have all of our H2 tags with the A name. So here it's selected the A name equal first and A name equals second. So it doesn't really care what that value is. It's just checking to see what the tag is and then checking to see if the attribute is present. So that's actually pretty helpful, because if we needed to select all tags that had, say, a title attribute, we could do that very quickly with the attribute selector. If I continue to scroll down, we'll see that we have the H3 there as well. Another H3, another H2. Okay, so that's how we can use it, just to check for the presence of a specific attribute on a specific tag. And we can also check for a specific value. So I'm going to go ahead and add in another rule here to check for name, but this time I'm going to say select just the one that has the value of third for name and color it purple. I'll save that and jump over and refresh, and I'll see that Y build with CSS is now purple. Notice how it doesn't affect any other, because that's a pretty specific item. And of course it's specified by the presence of the name attribute with the value of third. Okay, now we can also use this attribute selector on its own. So if we want to go ahead and grab all tags that have an href, we can do that. Or if we wanted to grab all tags that had a title attribute, we could do that. So here we just set up what that attribute is in those square brackets and tell it what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce you to another property here called background color. And as you can imagine, that's going to change the color of the background. I'm going to do black, and then I'll do color and make the font lime. So I'll go ahead and save that and refresh. And as we can see, we have our links showing up with this black background and lime font color. So notice how it is affecting our tags down here in the list. So basically it's getting anything that has the href attribute. Now that's not all. We can use our attribute selectors in multiple. So if I want to select all links, so I'll look for the A tag, look for those that have the href, but then I further just want to select the items that have the target attribute, meaning that we're opening that link into a specific area. I can do that by specifying, such as this. So we just use two attributes together right beside each other. There is no space in between that. So I'll go ahead and save that and jump over here and refresh. If I scroll down to the bottom, I should see, here we go.